Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. It's Mr. Worldwide in the room. Wow, my watch just went off. That's perfect timing. I've never been so well timed in my whole life. But yeah, we've got a huge topic of discussion today. One of the biggest topics of discussion we've had so far. It is all about the new Pioneer DJ Mixer, which is an incredible device. So incredible, in fact, that it has been voted as, I think it's the number 7th top DJ mixer of 2023. We're really excited to get into what this whole DJ mixer entails, what you could expect, and then most importantly, sort of what features were needed. Let us know if the sound is okay, if you're out there. But we're going to just persevere on, because there's just no time left. There's no time. It's been ages since I did one of these, so wow, we've had a lot of comments on this one, a lot of comments. So we'll just look at the top then. You know, what feature would you add to the new Pioneer DJ Mixer? So Tropical Selector has said digital to vinyl cutter. So I think that's actually a great idea, digital to vinyl cutter, because what you find in the world of DJing is you get a lot of people that are into the vinyl side of things, you know, and they are very angry at people for using digital technology, as it takes out the essence of the practice. However, this would negate that by being able to, like, real time cut vinyl from the CDJ and then play it back all at the same time. Now, I think that's a really good idea. It might just end up pissing off everybody, but on a more positive note, it might end up getting everybody really excited for DJing again. And I think what Tropical Selector has said there is something of worth and something of note. And another one that we've had from here is Club Toilet Memes says, make it for DJs. Now, I recommend that if you can make a DJ mixer for DJs, you're laughing. But it's not that easy to do. You know, people will say, oh right, I'm going to make a CDJ or a DJ mixer for DJs. You know, what if other people want to use it? There's people in bands that use it. There's people in churches, you know, they use it just to power their microphones, just like what I'm doing now. But if you could make it for DJs, if you could make it so that the new Pioneer DJ had EQs on it, it had if it had EQs on it, if it had bass cutters, if it had effects, I think we'd get somewhere in life. Now, hi there. I can't read it properly, but it's a Sigil core. When will we get the Boiler Room set? Now, this is actually something that people have been talking about a lot recently. I have contacted Boiler Room. I did it by carrier pigeon. The problem is I have not had a reply, and also I've lost my pigeon. Strange things have been going on out there. There's stuff that's been going on that I can't quite explain. I think Boiler Room are just trying to ghost me because they're afraid of the ruckus, you know? Like, I might bring the ruckus and they're afraid, and you know what? I don't blame them, because I'm afraid as well. I'm afraid. I'm more afraid of them than they are of me. And, you know, it's something I've been working on in therapy recently. You know what? I just hope that one day maybe Business Techno Institute and Boiler Room could just become friends, you know? But until they stop ghosting me, you know, I've been to their offices and tried to say, hey, what's going on? I shouted through their letterbox, the Boiler Room's letterbox, but they said no. They didn't want to know me. They didn't care about what I had to say. They didn't care about what I did. It was just traumatic, and I cried all the way back home. And yeah, you know, if anyone on this live right now, make sure you're sharing this with all your friends. It has been a long time, Dara. It has been a long time. I think I need to start doing these regularly because it's nice and chill, and it's nice to chat with people like yourself. Say hi and, you know, really speak truth to power, you know, and that's what I'm here. That's why I'm saying, Boiler Room, stop ghosting me. Stop ghosting me, mate. Give us the set. Give us the set, Boiler Room. Everyone wants to see it. I've got Mr. Worldwide up here behind this thingy. He wants to see it. Hi, Sexy Trash Panda. It's been a while, as we've been saying, but I'm back. I'm back, and I'm back to ask Boiler Room, hey, stop ghosting my messages. I've emailed you once. I think it's... Let me just check. I have emailed them. Okay, it's in drafts. It's in drafts. Yeah, it is in drafts. So that still counts. That still counts as ghosting me. That still counts. Just because I put it in draft. They should have been aware. That's really annoying. That is really quite annoying. That was a while ago now. I could have done something about that. So, yeah. They're ghosting all of us, I guess, in a way. Yeah, that's really annoying, actually. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a hat. You always give me a hat. That's very lovely of you. Make sure you're liking the live. Make sure you're sending it to a friend, because we need to bring the ruckus to TikTok this evening. Now, in terms of what's feature, yeah, I want to play I need to play Boiler Room in Dublin. It's way better than most boiler rooms. I have got a Irish citizenship, and I'm ready to get on a plane out of here ASAP. Especially after that whole... Thanks for all the likes. Keep liking. Especially after all that kerfuffle with the drafts. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. It's very annoying. So, what feature would you add to a new Pioneer DJ mixer? Now, the main thing someone's put here... So, Pioneer DJ Europe actually replied to this, and they keep replying to my posts, and everyone thinks that we're in some sort of cahoots, but they've not sent me a DJ mixer. I don't get any money from them. Nothing like that. I would tell you I'm transparent. I'll tell you, but they said, nice suggestions, everyone. We'll pass this on for free, for absolutely. And then it looks like I'm sponsored by them. They haven't sent anything through. I did email them. Let me just check if they got my email. It's in the bloody drafts again. It is in the drafts again. That is. Why doesn't it send you an email saying what you sent was in the drafts? I'm supposed to get an email from Pioneer Boiler Room. This is really embarrassing, actually, on the stream to do that. That is quite embarrassing. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're watching my whole life fall apart in front of your eyes, which is fine. Yeah. So I think Undergrown said lighter. So let's talk about that. A slide out ashtray with lighter. Well, if they take into account any of our changes to the actual CDJ itself, which will have an ashtray in the jog wheel, and a lighter, I think, where the USB should go, then we're going to have a lot of lighters. We are going to have a lot of lighters. But what if you're just DJing with your body plugged in, so you're not using the CDJ itself, you're just using your body plugged in? You're doing that, then what? You're going to have... where's your lighter? Your lighter's going to be on some CDJ, right? So you've got a good point there. Maybe let's take the lighter from the CDJ, put it on the mixer. I want to bring in the middleman. We'll bring in the middleman, because the DJ mixer is the middleman. Let's not cut him out. Let's bring him in. So they need to replace the jog wheels with iPads for a more 21st century feel. I feel like they are going that way slowly. They are slowly going that way. They are slowly becoming massive, thick iPads. So, you know, with any luck, shit could go down, hopefully. Yeah, an automatic order my drink button that connects to the bar. Well, what I usually do when I'm DJing, especially doing a warm-up set, is I will kind of just do that. I'll look at the bar. I'll see, is the bar busy? And this is really important. Is the bar busy? I'll look at it, and then if not, I'll go. Oh, hello. Can I get 1.5 Cooper Libres, please? I don't want to. Two's too much, but one's not enough. You know, that classic Cooper Libre, that is, isn't it? But I don't usually click. That's just for the music. That's for the music. You know what I mean? I'm trying to bring a bit of music into the service. So yeah, that's what I would usually do. And if James isn't in, I'll just get a free drink from someone else. I'll try, like James only lets me have 2 free drinks, but if someone else is in, like I think like Sandra sometimes she'll slip me a free lemonade, and I'm pretty chill with that. Like it's a free drink at the end of the day. Just because it's not expensive or alcoholic doesn't mean it doesn't count. I'm a superstar DJ, so yeah, that's how it kind of works really. A sync button on the DJ mixer. Now we're talking. You know what? yeah. I was gonna say DJ mixer is what I have to drink when I'm DJing. I have a mixer and I have a drink, so that's what I think a DJ mixer is. That's what I do as a DJ of the night. So love DJ Mixer's latest releases. DJ Mixer he's a stone cold bad boy, and really knocks it out of the park every time, and just knows how to vibe when the time is right. Can he keep time? No, he doesn't want to keep time. He wants to mess stuff up and make sure that the blends are smooth, and that's why we pay him. And so Levi X says £8,000 for a full CDJ setup, and it doesn't include a drinks dispenser. That's why we've got Jeremy. He's going to sort us out with a few free drinks, which is super nice. Thank you so much for liking the lives, guys. Keep them coming. I'm feeling this. It's actually working as well. Can you see it? The numbers are going up, but nobody's home. Just talking about myself, obviously. Autoplay using AI, or is it Al? Yeah, so autoplay using Al. Al is he's the kind of sound technician there. He's not really the sound technician. He's just the only person who's been there long enough to remember how the sound works. Obviously, it's changed a lot of changed management quite a few times now since I started DJing there at the pub. But Al is great. You go to him, Al, can you turn up a minute? He goes, no, it's at maximum. There's like a limiter on it, and you go, oh, cheers, Al. Thanks for trying. And he goes, look, I'll always try. I will always try for you. You're a trier. I'm a trier. And I said, I didn't even do anything. He's like, you tried. So he's good. He is a legend, really. Just trying to get all these thanks, Nano Ghost. Yeah, Ali's good, man. He's a nice lad. He's not really a lad anymore. Time his time has stretched him. He's had a lot of time stretch going through him. Back to back and feet button. Yeah, that would be really, really good. Like if you could, because sometimes it's like, it's kind of like sailing on the high sea. You're in the poop deck. No, you're in the crow's nest. Yeah, not the poop deck. You're in the crow's nest, and you're looking down at all those people that were just, you're looking down at the fishes. You're looking down at all the people that are kind of like steering the ship, but you're there playing some really, really banging tech house and some club classics, and everyone's going mad for it, and it kind of makes you the most important person in the whole room in a way, and on the whole boat. So I think that's definitely something worth looking at. Yeah, I mean, okay, so when you're DJing back to back, that's quite important. If you could get a friend, if you were able to get a friend somehow, press a button, all of a sudden a magical friend appears, and then you've got a load of mates, DJing back to back. If it had a button to create a friend for you when you're lonely and you're DJing on your own and there's no one around, and no one can hear the really great mixes that you do, and or you're DJing on a Thursday night and it's not very busy because 2-for-1 cocktails are still quite expensive, and there is an open mic on while you're supposed to be DJing. When that happens, it can be lonely. So, a back-to-back button would be nice. A feet button, not my kind of cup of tea. Not my cup of tea personally. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. Who doesn't? But for me to have 2 more feels like it would be a challenge. It would be a challenge to have 2 more feet than you need. And, boots and cats, the staple of house music was when they put something on their feet. So just try and think a little bit more, about the questions we're receiving this evening, because it's quite a lot of stress. Buzz and Acid says, I would add an ejection seat so when the set starts turning into trash, I can bail easily. Now we're talking. We're talking absolute underground shit now. Thanks there, Buzz and Acid. An ejector seat. So sometimes the set isn't going well and the landlady, also known as the club owner, says, look, you're scaring away everybody and you're not very good at DJing. Not to me, obviously, said it to someone else. You got to get out of there quick. You got to get a quick escape. So yeah, an ejector seat. The only problem with the ejector seat is you're going to need to stand on the mixer. So you stand on the mixer, get up. Everyone's going to think you're Skrillex. Everyone's going to go, "What's he doing? He's a madman. What's going on? This is just the Red Lion down in Swaddling Coat." Press the button. Boom. You're through the ceiling. You pass Lionel Richie. He's on the ceiling. You pass him this way, and you're out of there. You just do a quick commando roll. Quick commando roll. Leg it. You're out of there, and that's fine. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing to do, to be fair. So I just saw that one, Acid and thing. I'm just trying to go back a little bit. Yeah, ejection seat, rotary knobs. See, I like rotary knobs. I think they're very cool. They make it for a very smooth mix. But when you start going like that in the bar, people start looking at you funny, and people start going, "Excuse me, mate, what are you doing? This is inappropriate." And I'm like, "Well, I'm just doing a DJ mixer," and that's it. And then they tell your wife, she leaves you, she left, and then but that's fine, because now I can DJ as much as I want. Now I can DJ every day, and I do. So what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, rotary knobs. Yeah, no. So rotary knobs, just don't. Let's just not talk about rotary knobs. It's just not. Yeah, it's not worth going there. Sexy Trash Panda says, back to back, a wacky waving inflatable arm tube guy. One of those guys that's like, or is it way waving now, Babylon? Something like that. I think that is a great idea, because that is the closest. That's what you could get if you press the back-to-back button. It comes up with a tiny version of that just to keep you company when you're DJing, because DJing is one of the loneliest things. It's more lonely than crab fishing, which is quite a lonely sport. Undergrown says, shared queue. People in the audience can control with their phones for requests. You see, this reminds me a little bit of this next one as well. Needs airdrop mode so the audience can load up their own tracks onto your decks. So this is a great idea. So you can either have, depending on what kind of DJ you are. So if you're a DJ that plays with the original sounds, MP3, the original DJs, the first thing that people used to DJ with, you could have airdrop on there. If you get the Apple DJM, was it 9000? Get the Apple DJM 9000 and you connect airdrop, and then people, do you know what? Why don't you just get airdrop installed on yourself so that they can control you? I think that's a good idea. And now if you're actually like a real professional DJ that doesn't actually do his own mixes, what you could do is you could get Spotify installed in your brain and just let people control you for a collaborative playlist. Because I think when you're DJing, because it's such a lonely, thought-provoking process, the less you think about stuff, the better. Like, if you cannot think, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, then you're gonna live. I've got a lot of messages down here, or is this all likes? Everyone's liking like crazy. Big Gay Mike says, lol, thanks Big Gay Mike. Get a bunch of low quality YouTube rips and airdrop it that way. You know what? I'm really annoyed that airdropping doesn't lower the quality of the MP3. For some reason, air to air contact works an absolute treat, but any other way can cause havoc. I'm just seeing if I haven't missed anything. No, okay, no, just a lot of joins, a lot of likes. We got a laugh from Nano Ghost, which is absolutely wicked. I don't know what. There's nothing here to laugh about. Going from the new one to the DJM is going to be a challenge for DJs transitioning to the club, and that is it. That's really what we're trying to talk about here. How can we make things easier for the DJ trying to transition from the pub to the club? Because I'd love to know. I have played some of the biggest pubs this side of the East Midlands. Yeah, I played quite a lot of pubs, like probably about 2, but there's only 2 in my town. It's only playing at the pubs, but you know, all the big boys, they would all go to the clubs and they'd be like, "Hey up, look, you want to get free guest list to the club?" And I'd be like, "Can I come with you?" And they go, "No." They go, "No fodder, get out of here." And that was it. I was back in the pubs. I was trying to cut my teeth. I was trying to show people that I was the man, you know. I was that, and that was how things were. That's how toxic the world was back then. See, now it's anyone can be anything they want to be, you know. You could DJ in Greg's, you know, you can be any kind of DJ you want to be. And I think that's, you know, there's something to be cherished there. But I'm still in the pub. It's that same pub. Sorry guys. Was that live? Sorry about that. So yeah, mate, I can only get high quality YouTube rips me. Download better songs. Nano Ghost. I left $50 to be on the waiting list for the Neuralink Spotify Cerebral install. Well, I've been on that for a very long time. I'm hoping it takes a bit of energy off, but no, we'll have to wait. So just trying to go through these. You mean BPM? What's KB? What's KBPS? It's confusing out there, man. Yeah, so $50 for the Cerebral install. That is something that I've been looking forward to. So why not replace the mixer itself and use your brain as the middleman interface for the mixer? Get a Neuralink into your ear, or however they put it in, or you can get like some sort of monkey that interfaces. You learn the language. You learn sign language to talk to a monkey attached to Neuralink. You know, you can give it a nipple tweak. You can like whisper food noises in its ear and that kind of thing. And then the monkey connected to Neuralink can be your mixer. There we go. I don't know where you stick the headphones, but let's just not think about the details right now. But that's a really good idea. Have a monkey attached to Neuralink as your mixer. Pioneer, are you hearing this, Pioneer? We're making breakthroughs here. The quality of your tank. Okay, still getting people coming through. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're sharing. Alt says I'm pooping shit, that's good. Can the new DJM stream WAVs over AirDrop? Can it stream WAVs over AirDrop? It can. But it's actually over box drop. So box drop is, yeah, you can stream a WAV over that. I don't know how, because WAVs are absolutely heavy. So what does that mean? Like the air between the DJ mixer and the original interface is going to be heavy air. So, you know, someone could be running in the club, and I don't recommend running in the club, but they could walk straight into that wall of heavy air where the WAV is being transferred by Wi-Fi. And they could really do themselves a mischief. And so we're trying to, you know, if there's any way we can prevent that, you know, I'm all ears. Emma Chadwick, Shadders the Badders, loves a bit of Pitters the Bitters, says Shane Ward, that's my goal. So just regardless of the conversation of topic, Shane Ward, that's my goal. And that's it. So, you know, there's not much more we can say there, really, to be fair. Just making sure I can get some of this. I buy my tracks individually and use record pools, so I don't have licensing issues. Yeah, so I think what you're talking about there is, so if you want to get a record pool, you need somewhere to store the WAVs because they're completely wet. You need somewhere that's waterproof. You need something that's not soluble. You know, you don't want any kind of soluble matter. And if you've got, you know, that's why the biggest DJs are so rich. They've got to be rich because they need to get a big swimming pool to actually save all of their audio in. So it is very, very vital for them to have swimming pools and villas that have got swimming pools. So you can't really blame a DJ when they've got really, really expensive swimming pool like I've got just around there, because, yeah, I'm probably one of the biggest DJs I know. Granted, I do live in a small town. There's not anybody that, you know, sometimes these people here, they talk to the jukebox. That's how weird this place is. So, is it Mike May? You got to learn, says that. Alt says, what about a button that plays I'm Losing It automatically? I thought they already had that in there. I thought they already had a button that played I'm Losing It automatically. And if not, why not? Like, let's get that in there. Like, I think that CDJs need to have default tracks. They just need to have default tracks in them, just in case. You never know if you have an accident in front of a crowd of 1,000 people. If you have an accident in front of them, you know, you're soaking wet. The wabs have spilt all over your groin. No one knows what's happening. Someone at the back with some binoculars, they put their smartphone to the end of the binoculars, take a picture of your wet area, and then all of a sudden you're all over the sun. And everyone goes, oh, this guy's had a splashy time. And everyone calls you Splashy. And you go, no, I'm not called Splashy. It's like, well, you looked pretty splashy to me. Just think about it. This could happen. This could happen. Soft Lighting Deaf Cult says a foghorn generator. I think they do have a foghorn generator these days, don't they? Isn't it called like Mobius or something? Where it goes, what was it? Mobius Pioneer Effect. I don't know where they come up with these bloody names. How to use the Mobius Saw effect. So yeah, that's right. So the Mobius Saw effect is just some sort of like weird like dub delay or we've got dub siren type effect. It's not really effect, is it? The club plays the license mate, not the DJ. Whoever's paying, look, take my Monzo. I'm yours. You know what I mean? And I think that's how most DJs should be. You can never be too precious. If someone's paying you to give the gift of music that was given to us by God, R.I. Pitbull here, R.E. Pitbull, if Pitbull, he who is God basically, says, hey, I want you to bestow the gift of music, you should be paying them. You need to pay the clubs. You need to go on a pilgrimage and spread the joy of music to 3 or 4 people, however many people are usually in clubs. I mean, that's the amount that I've seen in the past. So, yeah, I think there's a lot to be said there. Anti-ID screens. Now, that could actually be done because you got those so anti-ID screens by ShoveCheck. Yeah, so adding an anti-ID screen to the mixer, I think that's a really good, fruitful idea. So you add it to the mixer so that if anybody looks in the mixer, they can't tell what song you're playing based on the motion of the equalizer lights. That's the only way they can tell. But people are smart these days, man. People will work out what you're playing just by looking at the equalizer lights. They'll be like, oh yeah, I can tell that. It's like a kind of Morse code that only real DJs can read. You know, they can look at it and they'll go, oh yeah, pitch it, and then you're like, no, stop looking at the equalizer lights. It's like, they're like, I'm gonna get it eventually. I will know eventually. Yes, much live, very wow. I actually have a massive list here. So someone, El Hornet, who apparently was one of the guys in Pendulum. What the fuck? That's a sign. That is a sign. What the fuck? I was just saying that Pitbull was gone and all of a sudden his sign falls down. What the? That is a sign, mate. That is a sign from above. What the fuck? That is fucking weird, man. Isn't that strange? Do you not think that's so super strange? Is anyone else absolutely freaking out right now? Because I'm so freaking out. That's so weird, man. What the hell? I literally started saying that Pitbull's God, and he's like from the heavens above, which I thought was true, and then all of a sudden, the fuck is that? Pitbull. Pitbull, are you with us? If you're with us now, Pitbull, just give us a sign. Just give us a sign, Pitbull, if you're with us. Yep. Okay. Who's Mr. Worldwide? If you're with us now, Pitbull, who's Mr. Worldwide? Just give us a sign, Pitbull. If you're up there. If you're up there. Just give us a free drink. Just give us a free drink if you're up there, Pitbull. Come on. Just give us a sign, Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide, are you there? Are you there, Mr. Worldwide? Please, come on, send through any messages that you've got for us, Mr. Worldwide. I know you want me. You know I want you. Come on. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Pitbull. You're here. If you're with us now, just give us a sign. Just give us a sign, Pitbull, please. If you're around. So the Pioneer DJ Mixer, it is something that you've got to be they've been working on it for so long, and that's one of the weirdest things about it, is that they've been working on it for ages, and then it looks exactly the same as it's ever looked. It's like they've not even tried, yeah, strange. So someone's put here, adding an MP3 to WAV converter within the DJ Mixer itself would be good, because then, you know what, it would take the weight away, because obviously WAVs are extremely heavy, so it would take the weight of the WAVs away. You can travel lightly with your where's my haunted cap? You can relax and chill out, or whatever it is that you want to do, and just see what's going on. So we've got some more here. A double reverse slip, so it's just playing normal. Now, I think that's really, really good, because... Wait, who's this? Nobody listens to techno. Well, I do, being the Business Techno Institute. So a double reverse slip, so it's just playing normal. Now, I actually find it quite difficult to play normal. So I do need the more granular approach of just like a double reverse. But if I was someone that wanted to be a bit wacky, but also found it hard, a double reverse slip, so that it just plays normal, would be something that I would want to add, and I think Pioneer should look at that. Underground, a selfie stick holder. I'm actually extremely surprised that Pioneer hasn't yet added the selfie stick holder to it, or some sort of tripod, or some sort of recording device. I'm as surprised as anybody else. Who knows? Maybe the next iteration in 10 years when it looks exactly the same. Someone's put here 4-band EQ. Thanks, Shepard. Thanks for saying they should add a 4-band EQ to the Pioneer Mixer. It's not like we wanted serious answers, is it? So Shepard has got that completely wrong. We're not looking for a 4-band EQ. What I'm saying is, let's get a 2-band EQ. Yeah? 2-band EQ. Highs, lows. Does anyone mess around with the mids? There's nothing in the mids. There's nothing there. What? There's people singing in the mids. Come on. The singing's in your mind, man, if you know what I mean. If you're a real DJ, you know where the sound's coming from. So got a really good one here actually. Spabjan says, I would like to see a mini microwave underneath so you can heat something up and eat it when you're DJing for 8 hours, you know? Alternatively, it could be a mini grill. Now I think that, yeah, having a mini microwave underneath so you can just have a little snack, a little hot pocket. You could have yourself a Chicago Town microwave pizza. And then you can also pretend to play the Chicago Town microwave pizza when it's steaming and you're steaming, both steaming. And you just go like that, and then everyone will look at you and go, that guy is a real legend who will go down in people's memories as someone with a memory bank. Yeah, in a microwave, it wouldn't mess with the Wi-Fi signal, I'm sure, because that's not what microwaves do. Completely different frequency range. Now, this is a real serious question. Thank you there, Mike. A 32 band EQ on the Master. Now, I think, and I've tested this out myself, having 33 bands is too many. Having 31 bands isn't enough. You need to have those 32 bands on the mixer. So Pioneer, let's just say on all channels, Pioneer, can we have a 32 band mixer on there? Just a, graphic equalizer like this through the middle of each channel, and then to mix, you got to go like that, like you mix the waves like that, just like real music, something like that. And then you know what, it will bring the art of DJing back, because it'll be so inaccessible that people that can actually do it, they're going to be the ones that we should be listening to. So thanks for that, Mike. Having a look here. Okay. They didn't build the selfie stick holder because Alan Heath already saved that idea and the legal rights. So it's Alan and Heath, is it? I've never met either one of those guys, but I'd love to. I'd love to see who they are. I'd love to know what they stand for and what, how they go. If they said, hey, do you want to go back to back? I'd say, which one, Alan or Heath? And they go, you know what? Let's do a B3B. I'll be like, that's a bit out of my remit, mate. I was just going to go 1-to-1. So I'll have to pass for now. Alan, Heath, have a great night. But I'm going home because that was weird. You know what I mean? Alt says, maybe ability to play Ableton projects because FLAC and WAV bounces always sound worse. And yeah, they do sound worse. If you could just turn the DJ Mixer into a launch pad, then we're smiling. I'm smiling. I haven't smiled in years. That hurt me physically as well as mentally. So I'm not going to do that ever again. Let's have a look what we got going on here. I think the inbuilt screen would be a great idea with just dance features, just have dance features on it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like have an inbuilt screen and then just have, dance features on it, you know what I mean? So dance features could be anything really. They could be, I don't know, like instructions on how to dance maybe, you could hear people people dancing and more essentially. Auto destruct feature, I think we've already added that to the CDJs now, because you need to like burn the IDs at the end of your set, and also to get the promoters to notice you. I would have like MD to have been a credit card cloner. Yeah, he would have liked Dan Gurney, legend in the game, and would have liked the mixing desk to have had a credit card cloner. And I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then Underground is saying, why don't we just have like a 4-channel low pass filter? I think that's a really good idea. If anyone can chip in on that 4-channel low pass filter. Now we're talking. Now you're really cutting those highs. Linear EQ 1K per band. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close with this EQ. There's a big EQ issue there, really, is what we're trying to say. They're trying to say you got a 3-band EQ. It's not enough. We either want 32 band EQ, 4 low passes per channel, credit card cloner, and then 1 linear phase EQ 1K per band, please. And is that a lot to ask for? I don't think that's a lot to ask for. Cool. just see if there's any questions there. Ability to connect something other than iTunes, maybe record players or something similar. Okay, yeah, so I think the connectivity, and I'm going to say Live Like Adrian is saying, yes, the ability to connect something other than iTunes, maybe record players or something similar. I think that's a really great idea, because at home you've got a CD player, you've got a record player, you've got a cassette player, and you don't tend to have iTunes. You don't have to tend to have like a double iTunes. But then it's a flip reverse in the club, because in the club you've got iTunes. Yeah, and they go into the DJ mixer. But every time I take a record there, they're like, "What's that? You can't take that into the club." And I'm like, "What is it?" It's like, "It looks like a burnt pizza." And I'm like, "It's music, man. It's music from the heart, man. It's music from the heart." And then they're like, "Look, you gotta leave the club." And I'm like, "Look here." And they're like, "Whoa, don't point that at me. It's just a USB stick with music from the heart in it." These people don't know what someone's heart is anymore. They don't know what the heart and soul of a person is anymore. Do you know what I mean? So double iTunes in the future, yeah. They should put a smoke machine in the mixer. Yeah, but just inside the mixer, so that it's only smoking inside the mixer, so no one else can tell externally. It's just that when you really get into that mixer, you get into it, you realise it's full of smoke. And maybe that can happen also when it's off, so that if you take it in for repairs, they go, "What the fuck's going on?" You go, open it up, and it goes, and they're like, "That's normal. Your mixer's fine." Yeah, Pioneer bobblehead mascot. I think Pioneer hasn't really had its Sonic and Mario moment at the moment, has it? Pioneer's never really had its Sonic and Mario moment. It hasn't got a character or a mascot. I am available, but you know, let's just think, you know, it could have like a weird robotic, I don't know, like robotic pigeon. Oh no, a little pirate. Pioneer. I have a little robotic pirate that loves DJing, has a wooden leg, and just vibes with the party, you know. That's why he's always rocking, you know, like rocking with a boat and stuff like that. Think about it, Pioneer. You could have a real Sonic and Mario moment on your hands. You know, this could be your Crash Bandicoot. So I'm just trying to keep my eye on this. We're getting a lot of people joining, but a lot of people leaving. Obviously what we're talking about isn't of seriousness. They could have got rid of a few channels. One channel is enough for a pre-recorded set. So, okay, let's just reiterate this now. Okay, Pioneer, I'm asking you. Let's just fix this mixer. Channels. One channel is enough for a pre-recorded set. So, okay, let's just reiterate this now. Okay, Pioneer, I'm asking you. Let's just fix this mixer. We want a one-channel mixer, but we want a 32-band EQ on that mixer and 4 low-pass filters. Yeah, and then on the output, on the master, we want a linear phase EQ with 1K per channel, and we want a smoke machine that is only on the inside where you'd put the USB to record. We want a lighter that's not connected to the smoke machine, and then we want you to make a mascot, because you need to have your Sonic and Mario moment. Yeah, you need to have your Sonic and Mario moment where you need a mascot that's potentially a pirate, a lovable pirate that rocks with the waves. And that's it. Is that a lot to ask for, ladies and gentlemen? Is that a lot to ask for? I'll be posting that tomorrow, tagging Pioneer Europe dealer or whoever it is that keeps messaging on the page. And that's it. And that's all we want. And that's what we've come to the conclusion of here. It's not too many cooks. We've decided that is exactly what we want, and I'm emphatic about that. Oh, and also Giant Behind X is what his name is. Oh, button to play Fred Again songs. Yeah, I think there is a button for that, but on the mixer, I don't know if it was button to play Crazy Frog. Yeah, so okay, Pioneer. So sorry, I missed all these bits. We need a button to play has every single individual song. So each button has a song on it. So how many songs are there in the whole world? There's 1,000 songs in the world. If there's 1,000 songs in the world, we need a mixer that has 1,000 buttons on it for each song that's existed. Okay. Yes, and that's what we need. We'll call it the Mioneer because it's Mill, and the Mioneer DJ And now we want that now, and we want that now, and we're not gonna sleep until that comes. So thank you Pioneer. So Rob Feather has said a second comb filter effect knob, a second one. I didn't know there was a first one. I did not know there was a first one, because that would solve a lot of the problems we've had with the lack of 32 band mixer and linear phase EQ. So yeah. Oh yeah, the CDJ 1001. Yeah, I think that's actually good. If we just include white noise for time code, I think that is it. That's every single song that's ever been released. Pioneer should put 240 volts through the decks, so all your sets are electric. I think that's a really, really good idea. What kind of, I don't know what volts it is normally, but they should, if they made those the DJ mixer electric, can you imagine how powerful it would be? And they made a Pioneer DJ mixer that was actually electric. That would be so sick. That would be really. They should do that, because at the moment, what powers it at the moment? I think it's just powered by Wi-Fi, isn't it? Or is it powered? It's kinetically powered. So the more you use it, the more it powers up, like with a dynamo. But Pioneer, think about making an electric DJ mixer next time. And I think you're going to have a product on your hands. I don't know where the lights come from. I think it just comes from breakdancers living within the circuits. We've got some more people chatting here. Trying not to miss any of the questions. Pioneer should... Yes, I've answered that one. All right. This check all the other things is quite dramatic. Needs wheels in the bottom so you can take your mixer on a walk. Now we're talking. Dragoon, DMB. Why can't we get some wheels on the mixer? Because we're seeing a lot of the people going around doing like bike ride, DJ sets, and kind of DJ sets in the wild, walking around, hurting your back. But why hasn't Pioneer DJ Mixer had its Gran Turismo moment? Why hasn't it had its Ridge Racer moment? Drift funk. Let's get some wheels on it and let's do some tricks with it. Why hasn't it had its skateboard moment? It's come from the waves, it's in its surfing iteration at the moment, but you whack a few wheels on it and you get Dogtown versus the Z-Boys. So I think there's a lot of innovation that could be happening here. Already coming, shipped and done, with one button for every song, would truly be a Sonic and Mario moment. And it would be, if you could get the DJ mixer with one button for every song, that truly would be a Sonic and Mario moment for Pioneer DJ. So yeah, I wholeheartedly support that. They could get rid of the little red lights. Could have prevented redlining, so it has better sound quality. Yeah, so this is a really, really good one. I like this one. Nobody listens to techno. So if you're not redlining, you're not headlining. But also you get told off for redlining. So why not let's just remove the red light completely, then the mixer won't clip. So if you remove the red light, the mixer will never clip. It's absolutely simple. It's genius. Just have orange ones, because everyone loves orange. Everyone's always like, yeah man, the orange light is my favourite one. Red line, okay, you're headlining, but maybe you're modest. So just get rid of the red light and you'll no longer clip. Get rid of the green and you'll no longer dip. And that's it. And then add in a 32 band EQ and you are set for life. Thank you, nobody listens to techno. That was the best one I've had so far. It's been a tough night. It has been a tough night. Okay. Who else have we got in the build, Dan? I'm trying to keep my eye on it because there's a lot. You need to have comments and people join in a separate place, I would say, TikTok. But this is not your stream. Next stream. Pioneer should make the A9 Windows XP compatible. Yeah, I think the Windows XP has been, it's been sorely omitted. Hey, Paul, like Manchester, how you doing? Yeah, I think Windows XP, Windows, is something that people have forgotten about with Pioneer. Like, my first DJ mixer was probably Winamp, and that was fucking mental. The skins on it, skin on skin. Everyone loves skin on skin. But does anyone remember the original skin on skin, which was Winamp? The skin on skin action you had on there was insane. And the EQ, if you could just get a Winamp EQ into the Pioneer DJ mixer, we're going to be smiling all night. We're going to be DJing. We don't care if anyone's there. We'll be dancing like no one's watching. Although when I DJ, it is like that. It is like no one's watching. It's very lonely. Just making sure I haven't missed anything here. Okay, cool. For learning purposes, a button to turn off visuals so you can't see the waveform or BPMs. Now, I don't necessarily think that is a bad idea, because what if shouldn't we have? So think about video games. You've got an easy mode, you've got a medium mode or a normal mode, and then you've got a hard mode, and you've got an extreme mode. So why can't we start incorporating that sort of gamification into the Pioneer range? If you want to be someone who's like, look, I'm completing this on hard mode, it just looks like the unit's turned off, and you're going for it. You can't even hear anything in your headphones. All the heads at watching Boiler Room will go, brother, this is the real deal right here. And then everyone who doesn't know what's going on will be like, he's not even playing. The decks are turned off. He's not even playing. What if all those DJ videos, of those DJ shame videos where it films a DJ and it looks like the CDJs are turned off, what if they were actually just playing in hard mode and they were actually better DJs than all of us? It's food for thought. For learning purposes, yes, a little cutting board area to practice my chops. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Live like Adrian. Just like, just a bit of celery on the side and, a bit of hummus on the other. You flip it over. Boom. Every time you do a mix from left to right with the cross channel, you're actually just putting your celery in the hummus. Flip it onto the other side. Have a munch. Carry on with your set. Wouldn't the world be a better place? I think it would be. I think it would be a better place. Polak saying, make the waveform analog using a lie detector needle. Yeah, I think that is how WAVs were made originally. Just by getting a little lie detector. And it, was it, tell me lies, tell me sweet, sweet lies. That song. I can't remember who that's by. I think it's the Dandy Warhols. That song was literally, I think it was made on a lie detector, and that's how they got like the really warm analog sound. And then what they did was they faxed it to themselves, the waveform, just to really give it a bit of that kind of like real nice kind of vintage crunk. And then I think P. Diddy sampled it, and then it was released on Death Row Records, which is kind of weird because they're completely different. They were enemies at the time. So out. I wish they could release the source code so we could see our WAVs. If they are actually WAVless, if they are actually lossless. I think it's possible. I think it is possible if we could get, just get the source code. I call putting reverbs on stuff source. So if we could add, if you add 100% reverb to a WAV, it becomes completely engulfed in source, and then potentially you could then pass that on. You could drink it. You could put it on your chips. Okay. I'm just trying to keep on top of everyone chatting here. Izzy London, that's a sick analogy for what I said. Thank you. You really simplified it for me. That's no problem. I can't even remember what I simplified now, but I'm really glad that this is helping us all. Thanks for sending me some alien pants. An alien. So vinyl DJs think they have it so hard, but have never tried using sync. I mean, we were talking about this earlier about using sync and that kind of stuff, and if we can add a sync button to the mixer itself, but it's been quite tough out there recently. It's quite a hard world. Everything's synchronized. When everything's synchronized, the real punk way is to unsynchronize, but realistically you're going to be going back in time. Pioneer should ban all tracks above 140 BPM because their equipment for users safely. Yeah, I've been saying this, Macca BIG. Yeah, I mean, using fast music is extremely dangerous and should be approached with caution. You shouldn't ban it, but to regulate the distribution of the music itself, just to sort of make sure that it is safe enough for everybody, because not everyone's strong enough to handle the the G-forces. It's like 1,000 BPM motorbike, you know what I mean? When you get 1,000 BPM motorbike, obviously it's going to be really hot, like really fast, and you need to be able to hold on quite tightly. You need to have strong grip. So I think maybe we need to test people's strengths before. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I would add a button sell, and it would automatically put it on FB Marketplace and other places for sale. Aparu, I think that is such a sick idea. I think really all equipment needs to have this sort of sell button on it, because it's a real pain having to buy equipment and then sell it because you want to buy something better or worse, and you have to sell it. If you could just press a button, it takes a picture of itself like a selfie. You know what? I would have nothing left. I'd just be pressing the button all day long. So basically, we've got 1,000 buttons. We've got one extra button that's white noise. Now let's add another one. 1,002. Let's add a button to sell. Jack Dransfield, Pioneer should add a toilet to the mixer for longer sets. Yeah, I did have a word with them about that. I showed them a picture of what happens when you don't, and yeah, it was sort of, they just sort of blocked me, which I'm not surprised when they sort of showed them my toilet pic, which is it's sad. It is. I probably shouldn't have sent that. Good job they didn't send it to everybody. Minimal Sounds, hello, how are you? Not for a mixer, but definitely for controllers. Haptic drive job wheels, like Tractor S4. Oh, I didn't know they had haptic wheels. So what, like a little bit like force feedback? You can feel the waveform, so it's like you can put your hand in, you can feel the ridges of the waveform, and you can touch it, and you can really touch your music, and then everyone in the audience is like, that guy is fucking fisting a fucking CDJ. And you're like, nah, it's haptic, mate. I'm just really feeling the vibe, you know what I mean? And everyone's like, nah, I don't know if this is haptic. I don't know what that means. Can you leave this CDJ alone? I don't think he likes it. So anyway, Aparu says, so the self-destruct, we've got that on the CDJ, so that people can't steal your IDs after you've left. So that's one of the things we did there. Someone's put here. Oh, someone's put in here. What about an explosive that actually turns the trims up to the max? So instead of having a DJ, instead of having an explosion where it self-destructs after your set, have an explosion that turns your trims up to the max. So I think that's a really good idea. And I'm gonna probably leave on that note, guys and ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope that Alan and Heath do get fired. I hope that Pioneer. Hi, Ali Watts. I hope that Alan and Heath get fired. I hope that Pioneer listen to us. 32 band EQ, we need that on the mixer straight away with a linear phase EQ, and that's it, and then we're going to get out. Right, I'm out of here. I've done an hour. I'll catch you later, Chinatown. In a while, Crocodile.